Hello, good morning, everyone. Oh, Tanda, what happened to you?
I just like what I haven't combed my hair yet. I'll be back in a second. Wait.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Are you all waking up?
Teacher, I would like to request to camera like just one day I will camera off because there is a power cut in my household.
Oh, okay. Yes, no problem.
I think it's because of she doesn't wash her face yet.
No.
Okay. Hello, Elvin.
Hello, teacher.
Are you okay now?
Yes. So my voice clear. Am I? Is my voice clear now?
Yes, great.
Yeah, your voice. Yeah.
Yes, great. How did you do that? How did you do that?
I bought a microphone.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
So, but it was a good reason, right? It was a good reason to tell your mom and your dad, right, to buy it. Oh, mom, it's very important. I cannot hear it, very clearly. My friends and my teacher always complain to me, and then you better buy for me a very expensive one. Right? Okay. And you better buy a microphone with a bass, okay, bass voice. Okay, so let's start. By the way, who are absent today? Shanley. Shanley doesn't come yet. Then anybody else? Oh, William.
And Sipong. Sipong.
Okay.
Normally, William is the one who wake us up, right? But now he's late.
William, he is. I heard that Williams is on the trip.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yes. So, before we start the class, what are we going to do? What do you want to do? Hello. What do you want to do?
Anything's
Oh,
fine.
good.
Anything's fine.
No. If I ask you what do you want to do? I want to sleep again, teacher. Okay. Yes. How many people is here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Is that me? Okay, 12. Great. Yes. And then if you don't have anything, I think I need to ask you to do something. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So I think Tanda, you have got some idea?
Like what?
Like playing games or something else.
Not really. No.
No?
I'll try to think about it.
Okay. I know that you like playing games and you usually think about it.
I mean, I don't really like know what to do. I just woke up, so like my mind is blank right now.
And then my brain doesn't work yet. Only
Yeah, it's still functioning. It's just like starting up, so it's a bit.
okay. So, Alvin, how about you? And then 1. Justin, Timon, Etienne, Alena, Lechi. Nora, have you got any idea for doing something? I just want to favor you.
No, that my brain doesn't work too.
Oh my god.
Well, teacher, I like ask random questions so that you can tell whose brain is working right now.
Okay, what kind of question?
I don't know. I can't think of anything creative.
Okay. Like Danda said, my brain is just only setting up everything right now in the morning. You mean
Yeah.
that? You mean like that? Okay. So P. How many people starting with P? Only just Pyositu. A. Only 1. Okay.
How about like for like an activity we can play hangman? Have
Oh,
anyone play hangman? It's a,
yes.
so like we could start off with that to like start function our brain.
Mm-hmm. I mean, as actually, I have got an idea. Is that you know that? Well, for example, Pyositu will start one word. For example, excellent, right? Excellent and with T. So Elvin has to start, start to think about the words that begin it with T. Okay.
The
Yeah, like that.
how do we call that again?
Mm-hmm.
There's a name for that game, and
Like a puzzle game. No, not puzzle game. Like a vocabulary game, right?
yeah, sort of.
Okay. So I think that would be better. But maybe for some, if you cannot see, even though you cannot turn on the camera, but I think you can hear the voice, right? So I would count it for examples. Sidhu would study excellent, and Elvin has to think about the word while I was counting, while I am counting. For example, excellent. So T1, Elvin T1, T2, T3, T4, T5. Okay, those T5, those counting time, and Elvin has to think about the words beginning with T.
Okay, teacher. Yeah, I'm gonna say if you repeat the words that someone said, is it out? Are you out? Hello?
No.
No.
It's not
Oh, okay.
acceptable. Okay. Yes, you cannot repeat it, but you need to memorize it. Okay, you need to recognize the words is not the words is repeating or not, right?
Like if you repeat the word accidentally, are you out? Like are you?
Yes. So he has
Oh,
to out. Okay. He has to
okay.
out of the class, or maybe, I think 5 counts it's too long, right? Maybe 3 counts would be better. T1, T2, T3. That's it. It's correct. Yeah. Okay. So let's start. Who want to start first? Okay, let's start from Sidhu because according to on my screen, right?
Exciting.
Exciting. Like
Games.
exciting, and then games, right, Elvin? And then no. Game.
Snake.
Oh,
E2. You have to start with E, right? Game is the end of the letter is a E.
Me? Do I have?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
elephant.
Elvin's already.
Oh, elephant. She said elephant.
Elvin. I heard that Elvin. Okay, elephant. Elephant. T. Nechi. T1. T2.
Tor.
Hall. Okay. Yes, but one thing is that you cannot tell the name, right? You cannot tell the name of the town or your friend's name or anyone else, right? Okay, so I think now you got it, right? Okay, so let's start. Now it's real. Okay.
That was like a practice game. Is that?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
I suck at
Vocabulary
this because
practice.
I can't think of words at all.
Like when you started to count, my brain just stopped working.
Okay, so I think let's start from here right now. Yes. Okay, no. Now let's start from Jean Yamo. Right. Okay, Yamo. Can you tell one word?
Magazine.
Magazine. You better use the verb, adjective, or adverb. Look at many words.
Like we can use noun in it,
Yeah, noun is you can use like attempt.
Okay.
Vocabulary like that, but you cannot use a person, people's name, or the dog's name, or
Okay.
thing's name.
So we cannot say magazine. No.
Yeah, magazine. Do you think is it acceptable?
Well, don't ask me. Like, ask the other students. Do you think the magazine is acceptable?
I mean, it's okay, I
It's
guess.
okay.
Yeah, it's okay, I guess.
Okay. So
Yeah.
so it's not magazine. It's just magazine. Okay, magazines with E.
Right. Okay. So where's right now? Okay, Yamo. Yeah, let's start. Let's start from you.
How about simple?
Simple.
Yeah.
Okay, simple. Elvin, Ewan, E2, E3. Sorry,
Edible.
Ewan.
Hello? Edible.
Hello.
Like it's E, right? Edible.
Yeah, how to spell it?
Uh, EDIBLE.
EDI,
BLE.
PLE or BLE?
B.
EDI, BLE. Okay, and with E, right? Nora, Ewan,
Here.
two,
Here.
ear. Okay, ear. Situ, Awen.
Ready.
Sorry?
Ready.
Ready. Okay, why one? Why when?
Yellow.
Yellow. Okay, very difficult word. Okay, W. Itamo, W when?
White.
White. Okay. So, descendant, Ewan. E2.
Egg.
Egg. Okay, EGT, egg. Oh my, very difficult word. Okay. Elena, G1. G2.
Greedy.
Greedy. Why? Okay. Why? Engine. Why when? Why two? Why three? Sorry. Sorry?
Year.
I cannot hear that.
Year.
Year.
She said year.
It's a year this year.
Oh,
Why
year.
Year.
Okay. Okay. Sorry. Year. Okay. Mem nhân okay. When?
Rolling.
Rolling. Okay. G. Cho tên sa G when? G2.
Giraffe.
Sorry?
I think it's giraffe.
Oh, giraffe. Okay.
So ask now how to spell it.
Yeah, yes. Cho tên sa.
I forgot how to spell giraffe.
GIREFFE.
E. Come again. E. Shelley, are you there? Shelley? Ewan?
Yes, I'm here.
Ewan?
Uh,
E2.
Elephant.
Elephant's already done. And then E2. E2 three times now. E3. Thank you. C2. Ewan?
Event.
Sorry?
Event.
Event. Okay. You mean an EVENT, okay? We have to pronounce event, right?
Event.
So, Tanda, T1, T2.
Is that T or S? Did you say S?
T,
Oh, okay.
T,
T.
T2, T2.
Oh, is that
One
done?
is already done.
Oh,
T3.
really?
T3, I'm sorry.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
Like
Yeah,
I literally my brain just stopped when you count, Like after you count, there are lots of words listing up.
Neji.
Height.
T-I.
GHT.
T-I-G-H-T. Tight. Okay. T. So in Jane, T1, T2, T2,
Talk. T-A-L-K.
T-A.
Okay.
T-A-L-K, talk. Okay, Nora, K-1.
A kidnap.
Kidnap. Okay, P, right? Yeah. P. 鸡生蛋 P1. P2.
Picnic.
Okay, pick C. Elena, C1. C2.
Cop.
C2.
P.O.P.
I like how it's kidnapped and the picnic and then the cop. There's a story.
Okay, P, right? Cop, right? Okay, P. So. No.
Preparing.
Preparing. Okay, prepare. We better go. Okay, prepare.
Okay, prepare.
Yes. E. Yamo. Ewan.
Economic.
Sorry.
Economic.
Economics.
Economic. Right.
Economics.
Yeah, economic. Right. C. Sidu. C.
Selling.
Sorry.
CELLING. Selling.
Ceiling. Okay.
CELLING. Selling. Sorry.
Okay, ceiling. Right. Nora. Jiwen.
Ground.
Ground. Ground. Okay. T. Ejamo. Jiwen.
That. D-S-K.
TS kid, that very difficult vocabulary. Right. So 1. K1. K2.
Kit.
Kit. How to spell kit?
K-I-T. Kit.
Okay, K-I-D, kit, right? Not K-I-T. K-I-D, kit. Okay. So that is Diwen.
A dog.
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 How to spell that?
D-O-G dog.
D-O-G dog. Is it Dan or not?
Not yet.
Not yet. Chef.
Yeah.
Not yet.
So Elvin. Jiwen.
G. Gyroscope.
How to spell that?
Gyroscope. I think.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't think of simple words anymore because everyone just said dog, ground, desk. Like, what am I? Okay. So it's E again. E is hard.
Okay, E is again. So E is again. 就是that. Ewan.
Elegant.
Elegant. Okay, T. Jonathan's T1. T2. T2. Sorry?
Triple.
Triple.
Triple. T-I-P-L-E.
Triple. Okay, triple. E. E again. C2. Ewan.
Earphone.
Okay, earphone. Yes, that's it. Okay, now I think your brain is already awakened, right?
Yeah, I think that now is still dead.
No. but my brain is overheat.
Overheated. Yeah.
I've never like concentrated so hard in the early morning.
Because for this game, if we play outside, this is really how should I say? If you're really energetic and very shake and nervous, right? Because hey, 1, 2, 3, I have to slide there, right? And here on this visualization, I have to wait for the internet connection. I'm thinking that maybe can they hear my voice or not, or what do they say? What are they going to talk to me or something like that? Right.
What if I lose connection when you're saying 1, 2, and then when I'm about to say it, you just said 3, I lost connection.
Like that, right? Okay. So let's start.
It feel like when you start counting, it feel like something was chasing me and like.
it's pressure. There's so much pressure. There's so much pressure to say a word that starts with C.
My name's Ji Xian Dan.
Okay. Ji Shen Dan. Sorry.
Yes.
Shen. Yes. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm also very nervous to count up. The number. That's why I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So now let's start the lessons. Where did we finish last week?
So we have to present page 51 to 60.
51.
Okay. Okay, I think you have to discuss today, right?
You said you would choose the person withdraws.
Okay, good job. Is there anyone who haven't done your homework?
You mean like the past papers, like reading, writing, and listening?
Okay.
Teacher, do you have any plans to teacher to teacher some phonetics lesson?
Sorry?
Do you have any plans to teacher phonetics lesson?
Oh, phonetic. Do you want to try?
Yes, because my pronunciation is not very good.
Oh, okay, I see that. Yeah, to change your pronunciation, some of the phonetic symbol is also one of the points you should learn, right? Maybe if you are familiar if you are familiar with English since you were young, so it's not problem for the how to pronounce it, right? But if you start to learn English, maybe right now, or you should learn a phonetic symbol. Okay, I think to teach that one is I think I need to prepare something because I need to prepare some slides, right? So okay, I will give you a promise, maybe not next week because I have to prepare some of the exam, right? Exam paper for you. And so maybe the end of this month, would that be fine?
Okay.
Okay. But you better remind to me, okay? I will note it down on my notebook. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, excuse me, let me take the book. So you mean this book, right? I gave you homework this book.
Yes, that's one.
Okay, page number one. Page number. Can you make sure again?
51 to 60.
51 to 60.
Okay, 51 to 60. Oh, narrative. Am I right? Okay. Yes. Is there any volunteer who wants to discuss about?
I will go.
Okay. Yes. Thank you.
Wait, by the way, I have to add, it's narrative letter, right?
Yes. Narrative letter. Yes.
Can I start?
Okay.
Okay, so the letter is about narrative letters. Narrative letter need to be written in friendly register, and these letters are writing to a friend to describe something that happened in a recent past. Like for example, like you phone to your friends to talk about something interesting, and you also think your friends will find it interesting too. And there are three types of situations when you write narrative writing. And type 1 situation is like you write a letter to a friend about something that could happen to you in everyday life, which may be exciting but which has no serious consequences results. For example, there are some lists that they advise you to how to write that situations. And there is two facts to be aware of. uh, like you can't be over dramatic when you write the letter, and you can write about something dirty or disgusting about, like for example, you can write the road accident or the bloods and bodies all over the road, and that's very disgusting, and you have to avoid that. And the second fact is you cannot make yourself into a hero. I don't really understand about that, but like uh you cannot write you cannot make yourself into a hero. I don't know how to explain it, but okay, I hope you all understand. So in type 2 situation, it's about write a letter to a friend about something you have done that very daring and thrilling. So there, as I said, there are some lists that give you some advice to write the writing. But if you write that, you have to take a part in a school. Oh wait, no. So there is nothing to describe in that. But on type 3 situations, it's about writing a letter to a friend about your happiest or proudest moment. So if you write that letter, you have to avoid again 2 facts. So it's about you can write about the day you receive your iGCSE results and had all A stars, because you still doing the exam, so you cannot write about that. And most of the iGCSE students are not married yet, so if you write that, you might get some problems with examiners. And that's it. That's about the narrative letter type 3 situations.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. So Miano, can you choose one of your friends to continue?
Uh, Neji.
Teacher, which page do I have to tell?
And you
52.
can keep on after your friends already done.
Yeah, I know, but
Yeah. She has
until
done
which
page
page?
number 52, I think. Type 3. She has discussed type 3.
Yes, yeah, I know, but which page do I have to? Until which page? Like
As you
52
like.
and
You can manage as you like.
so what to include in a narrative letter? So the first thing is you have to understand and combine the features of both narrative writing, and funny letter writing. So when writing a narrative letter, you you do not become so involved in the development of events, which is basically that you forgot you are supposed to be writing a letter. And narrative letter contains certain features, and you have to remember to do the following, like write chronologically. In other words, write about the events in the same order they actually happened, including a definite beginning, a climax, a definite conclusion. And then set the scene using double-H questions, include time sequence phrases, include connectors, include feelings and how they change during the narrative. And funny letter writing involves applying the techniques discussed in the previous unit. And you should always remember to create interest, personalize, and support each sentences. And you have to avoid listing. That comes to all the friendly letters writing. And for the introduction, you have to keep your introduction short, and it's not easy to write a properly constructed narrative in 100 and 150 words. And a short introduction allows you to tell more about your story, and you are keen to tell your friend all about the incident because you think he or she will find it interesting or exciting. And you will not waste your time on a long introduction. And the main purpose of introduction is to create interest in the story you are going to tell. Suitable introduction phrases for the narrative letter include, for example, I can't wait to tell you about that, or you won't believe what happened to me. And don't forget to say when the accident happened. You have to mention the time, like when this morning or a few minutes ago. That's it.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, so can you so Neji, can you call one of your another friends to keep on?
One.
Yes, one.
She froze.
Maybe so. One is frozen lady right now. Hello, Wong.
Oh, she's just taking a selfie. Don't just wait for her.
Okay, so Neji, I think you better choose next one.
继续
Jishindan, yes.
Do I have to start from the start or finish
No,
start from where
you-
she ended?
yes, you should start. You should start where your friends are.
So okay, so you have to include sequence. Wait.
Mm.
While writing friendly letters, we have to create interest, personalize, support, and avoid listing. In introductions, oh wait, no, she has already done that.
I think. Oh wait. I think. Niji, you finished at like introduction, right? So she has to
Yeah.
start. She has to start a body of the letter, right?
A body, yes.
Okay.
The body of the letter, you have to set the scene by asking WH questions, and you also have to include time sequence phrases most of the time. So when the scene you will describe should be like routine and ordinary, so that it will contrast with the main event and make the story a bit more interesting. You have to avoid using common phrases like firstly, then after that, next, because you have to. You have to include connectors and feelings while you're writing that informal writing, and you also have to include personalizing and support phrases because to express your friend's knowledge of your character. Or you can also refer to his or her characteristics and abilities, likes and dislikes. And remember to add your support. When you conclude a narrative letter, the conclusion will have to be very brief. I think that's it.
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Okay, you can ask Alvin.
So like how we discussing? Not discussing.
Yes.
Like one person like one page or like one person 3 pages. I don't understand that one.
Now, I ask them, they can manage as they want,
Oh, okay. That's far much better because sometimes some pages have a lot of information. Some pages have no information at all.
Okay, right. So, and then I wanted to ask you to highlight on page number 51, right? So you have to, I think you would see that the second sentence, right? These are letters written to a friend to describe. Do you see that sentence? Okay, well, are you okay now?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, thank you. And you better highlight to describe a series of events in the recent past, right? So what is narrative letter? If you are going to write a narrative letter, what you have to do is you have to describe a series of events in the recent past, right? And then next one is the 3 types of situation that involve narrative written in the exam. Okay, and after that, type 1. Type 1 is a situation 1, right? So in type 1, you are going to write a letter to a friend about something that could happen to you in everyday life, right? So you better highlight could happen to you in everyday life, right? And then when you write that style, you need to mention no serious consequences. Okay, so please highlight that one. And you would see some of the explanation, detailed explanation. Do not be over dramatic. Okay, and the next one is do not make yourself into a hero. It means like you shouldn't act like a Superman, right? So you have to write a natural. Okay, you have to act like a natural person. It means like that. So for type 2, you better underline unusual or not what your friend would expect you to do. Do you see that sentence? The second sentence of the first paragraph. unusual or not what your friend would expect, right? So for type 2, you are going to write a narrative letter that you have never done previous time. Okay, so for example, you are afraid of the height, but maybe one day you want to try it, and then you write the fire balloon or something like that, right? So you want to talk about like those unnatural thing, unusual thing to your friends. Okay, that's a type 2. And next one is type 3. Let's move on to 52. Okay, on type 3, you better write a letter to a friend about your happiness or proudest moment. Okay, for type 3, you have to write about your happiest time or proudest moment about yourself. And when you write that letter, you need to write about a very simple one, and you have to mention personal achievement. Got it? Okay, for example, you are going to write about, you won the scholarship, and you are going to share your happiness to your friend, right? You shouldn't write like boasting, okay? You shouldn't show off yourself a lot. Okay, you have got grade 8 in the iGCSE exam, or maybe something, this is like a imaginary success. You shouldn't write like imaginary success, right? You have to write the real things, almost the real thing, right? And then next one is, next one you have to be careful for type 3 is you shouldn't write like a married person because you are still young, right? You don't know the marriage life, so you shouldn't mention that one. And next one is you shouldn't write your, how should I say, your graduation ceremony or like that, right? So because you are not a university student, right? So you shouldn't write such kind of success in your life. Got it? Okay, thank you. And now let's move on to what to include in a narrative letter. So for a busy plan, the chronological order is very important. By the way, speaking of chronological, so what kind of thing is chronological? What is chronological?
Which go like after events by events,
Okay,
year by year, sort of like that thing.
of course, yes. We have already learned chronological, right? Elvin?
No, I was about to say, but she said everything I'm about to say, so.
Okay, yes, right. So actually, that's why they ask you to write serials. Okay, maybe you described about one of the event, and after that there is you need to mention about a result or consequence as well. Right. Next one is what to include. That is very simple. Whenever you write, you have to create interest, personalize, support, and avoid listing. Okay. And I would like to tell you one thing is I want to remind you one thing. Try to pay attention. Try to learn paying attention to create interest and personalize and supports and avoid listing. Because in the test, I am going to ask those things. Okay. So now let's move on to introduction. And when you write introduction, your introduction should be a short one. Okay, because the whole for the whole paragraph, it would be about maybe 150 or 20 words. That's why your introduction should be a short one. Okay, please highlight, keep it short. Next one is the main purpose. Okay, the last one of that paragraph. The main purpose of the introduction is to create in the story you are going to relate. Okay, highlight that sentence. And after that, there are some example and some explanation. Yeah, now let's move on to body of the letter. So when you are when you're going to write body of the letter, you need to set the scene. Okay, and you need to describe what was happening. And there are 5 WH questions. Try to focus those 5 questions, 5 WH questions, right? So like, who were you with? What were you doing? Where were you? When were you there? And why were you there? Like that. I'm sorry for baby one, yeah. Okay, and the next one is let's move on to Yeah, you know, my background sound is very harmonic. Okay. Yeah, so now let's move into page number 54. And when you write the body of the letter, you have to include time sequence phrases. Okay, please highlight time sequence phrases. And there are some example how to describe time sequence phrases. And you see that I just plus past tense. Okay, please highlight those things. You know, you have to apply those phrases. And next one is the moment plus past tense. We were just about to, comma, when plus past tense. Si plus past tense or past continuous tense. And next one is before plus active verb. Okay, and next is that, yeah, next highlight you should highlight is avoid using common phrases like firstly, then, after that, next. Okay, so those words sounds like mechanical sequence rather than a real life experience, right? So when you are writing the events in sequential, you might remember that, okay, I have to use transition words, and you might use first, second, third, fifth, like that, right? So here it suggests that you have to avoid using those common phrases in your narrative writing. Okay. Yes, and now let's move on to 55. You have to use the connector, okay? Try to use the connector because if you use connector and then your writing becomes smooth and the reader will feel more meaningful, okay? And then next one is you have to mention your feeling because this is narrative, okay? And here it's that there could be as many as 3 different stages. When you describe your feeling, there will be 3 stages. They are relax and excite or relieve. Okay, there are 3 points. And then now move on to personalizing and support phrases. Okay, so in personalizing and support phrases, they have already given the example. You know how frightened I am of, and verb ing or now. Okay, you know how frightened I am of being alone, or you know how frightened I am of heights. Right? Next one is another way. Do you see the word that the sentence that one? Another way to personalize. Okay. Another word to personalize is to involve your friend in the event by referring to his characteristic, ability, likes, and dislikes. Right? This is also when you do personalizing, you better think about what your friends likes and dislikes. And next one is, okay, let's go on to, yeah, there are some examples about how to write supporting. Okay, now it's boxy again. And now let's move on to 56. Yeah, and then now let's move on to 56. If it was a bad or unpleasant experience and you are glad your friend did not share it with you, you can write. Okay, so you know that you want your friend, but in that situation, that event is not a good one, right? So you better write that it's a good thing you weren't there. Okay, and now is language points. I think language points is also important to learn. You have to notice you can use the first half of the structure only and then imply the second half, because you would see that I wonder what you would have done. Okay, I wonder what you would have done if you have been there but you were not there. So this is also one of the points that you should learn as a language point. And the last one, concluding. Okay, when you write the concluding, your conclusion should be very brief. Okay, a brief conclusion. It should be a brief conclusion. And then next one is, yeah, on page number 57, there are 57 to, I think, 60. There are some sample letters. Okay, have you read those sample letters? Okay, thank you. So, HMO, after reading page number 57, sample letter, what did you learn? Hello, Ichen, are you there?
Yes.
Okay. So what have you learned from page number 57, sample letter?
How to write time sequence and conjugate, a feeling personalization, and I I read the but I don't explain.
So you don't explain mean that you cannot explain?
Yes.
You don't know how to explain that?
Yes.
Okay, yes. So can you ask someone to support you? Among your friends, okay? Not the people in your house.
Then now.
Tanda, are your brain is working now? Sorry, it's your brain, sorry. Is your brain working now?
Yes, but there's like a background noise.
Yeah, no problem. We are used to it.
Can you hear it?
Yes, yes. They are very strong.
Yes, like sometimes it's wake me up from my dream. Really bad. Yeah, where's teacher?
My ASMR, you know.
Where's teacher?
Oh, teacher, I don't know. I think she lost connection on because I just
Yeah.
saw her like face turn darker.
Of course, of course. but but I'm here. Okay. So I think this is my turn to turn off the camera because of the electricity off.
Uh,
Okay,
what
sorry.
do I have to say about the example letters on page 57?
57, yes.
Do I have to explain about it or do I just have to describe what I've learned from it?
No,
Do what you want. Just talk about it.
of course, dear.
What?
As you wish.
So in this letter, it mostly describe about um uh something that happened in the restaurant while the person was there, which is the president. And in this also in this letter, there's a lot of like uses of time sequences and also connectors, feelings, and this I think like these letters show how to use the correct vocabulary in those sections for like time sequences and connectors, and also how to like personalize and how to put how to like describe in a wide range of vocabulary for the feelings, sort of like that.
And now, can I interrupt you? Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you turn to page 59 for a moment?
59.
Have you read that? Have anyone read that?
Why? No, wait. I have read it, but like my memory just,
Okay.
Oh, well, what do you want to talk about?
Okay, no, never mind. It's all right.
What was that?
Elvin, she's
What was
explaining page number 57, okay? Why you ask about 59?
No. The thing is, I was a bit confused because like, you know, like the paragraph you're talking about is called from Miko. Is that the restaurant name or whatever? I thought that was like a workshop or something because he said that he got paper from me. So I thought she was talking about page 60 instead, which is about okay. So okay, anyway, I think I was okay.
Okay, you got
Continue.
confused. Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, Dana. Sorry, Dana. Yes.
No. I think I've done. Like,
Mhm.
I'm not sure like if everyone get it because like I don't know how to put into like paragraphs and sentences to explain. I just say what's in my mind. So
Mm.
I think it will be a bit hard to catch up.
Okay. So actually on page number 57, you can learn about how to use time sequence, okay? And then the connectors and how to express your feelings and how to do personalizing at number 6, okay? And yes, that's it. Okay, so you can learn how to how to write time sequence, connectors, feelings, and personalizings in this sample letter, right?
Yeah, but I think this is some sort of like how do I say over dramatic or sort of like that because like for to meet a president in the restaurant and that is like a 1 out of 100 chances to do it. So it's
Okay.
like so exaggerating.
Yeah, of course.
Is it okay to like write this type of thing in the exam?
Okay, yes, you cannot try like him, right? But actually that what I want you to learn is, how to write. Okay, how other people write their letters and how they use time sequence, connector, filling, and personalizing, right? So you also when you write your letter, your own letter, and that you can use and you can try better than them, right? That's it. Okay, so now page number 59 is also, yeah, the same letter. Now let's go to 60. Okay, so who would like to discuss about 60 sample letter? Nora. Yes. She's so silent.
Yeah. So in page number 60, it's a letter that is written by iGCSE student. So it would like include some mistakes. So and from that sample letter, so I learned that I know that what kind of introduction is an appropriate one and how to use a good friendly register. And we should also like um, conclude the name to personalize and I learned how to use time sequence phrases and appropriate tenses. So yeah, it's just like the one from like 59 and 57. So how to use connectors and personalizing, so and feelings. So overall, like this letter contains so narrative writing and it contains also friendly writing, including personalizing and support. And we have to know that we can lose marks because of the long and inappropriate introduction.
Hello, teacher, your mic is muted.
Sorry, I forgot it. Okay, because I was moved I was moved in listening to Nora's, and later when I started to talk. Okay, sorry. Yep. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Now come. Right. So and then inappropriate, you can learn inappropriate introduction. Right. So here, why does it say inappropriate introduction? Why it says inappropriate introduction?
It's so long. Like you're in a hurry, If you win the lottery and you have to tell your friend, you just go, "Hello, how are you? I haven't written for you for 10 years." You don't write that. You have to. You're excited, but this is too long. This is too like how can I say? It's like writing a letter, like after the one day or something.
Okay.
Or is it like in for the narrative they say like for introduction you have to start it with I can't wait to tell you, I am like dying to tell you, some sort of like that. But in here they start with I'm sorry I haven't written for so long, which is for the friend. Wait, what is the first letter?
The script. Oh no.
No,
The script.
no.
No.
Friendly register.
Yes,
This is
of course.
this is also friendly register, right?
Wait, I don't
Yeah,
know.
this-
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, this is also friendly register, but you know the introduction is not the introduction are not the same. Okay, so for narrative letter, you should write a short and a short introduction. But here is a I'm sorry I haven't written for so long. It's not for the introduction is not appropriate for this letter. That's why it said that in appropriate introduction. Okay.
I think that 2 weeks ago, so I think it is we shouldn't use 2 weeks ago, yesterday, or maybe last 2 days ago, because time factor is important here.
Okay. Right. So is there any question till now? Not yet. Okay. So let's think about the body of the letter. Okay, I'm going to give you the question. Write a letter to a friend telling him or her about the happiest moment in your life. Okay, so you have to write a letter to a friend or telling him or her about the happiest moment in your life. For me, I want you to think about the body of the letter right now. I will give you just 5 minutes to think about it, how you are going to write, and after that you have to write as an homework. Are you okay? Okay, so now let's think about it. What you are going to write. Yes. Okay, do planning first. Whatever you write, when you write the letter or the essay, you better do planning. Okay, so let's do planning first.
Jen, we have to write now, right?
You don't need to write down the whole letter. Only just you have to note down what you are going to include.
Oh, okay. We don't
What
need
you
to
are,
write down.
yeah,
Right now.
planning. Okay, so I want you to plan the letter. Plan means that what points you are going to write. That's it. I just want to practice your note making skill. That's why only just write down like notes one. Okay, like notes.
Teacher, we have to write this in narrative letter, right? So you're muted.
Yeah, your mic is muted. Your mic is muted, teacher.
I need a sensor. I need a sensor to unmute automatically. Okay. Right. Yeah. Shanley, your friends are writing like notes, and
Yeah, and I mean like we have to write this in like narrative version, right?
Oh, you don't need to write anything else. Only just you have to write down the notes, what you are going to write.
No. I mean like as the letter we are going to write as a
Yeah,
homework.
yes.
It's like a
Yeah.
narrative one, right?
Of course, of course.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I think you're done, right? Now 5 minutes is over.
I don't have a creative idea, but I do have some notes, so it's fine, right?
No problem, it's fine. So can you take a photo and then can you upload it on the Vivus group? Because I want to see is that notes or not. No.
Teacher,
Writing.
I just like wrote down the like something that is like a happiest moment in right now. I don't really like set up for a body of letters yet. I just make something that happy that made me happy. I just note down.
Okay, just the points. I want just the points.
Is it okay? Like
Yeah.
I haven't like really set up for the body yet.
No problem. You know, I don't ask you how to set up the body. You know, I want you to practice your note making skill. That's it. Because some of you are really lazy to make notes, right? Especially Alvin.
Do I have to send it in the group?
Yes, you better say it. Okay, and then anybody else? Hello, you can.
I'll go get my phone.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Jishin? Okay, here's Neji's when was stressful. The happiest moment.
Okay, is there like word limit like 50 to 100 or 100 to 150 like that?
So you mean the notes?
No, the letter.
When you write the letter, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you write a letter, at most 200.
Oh, most is 200. Okay.
Chris, yes.
I thought we have to write until 200 and above.
Here I see Neji's when. Yeah. How about next?
Do I understand my notes now? My notes are like very, how can I say, very basic.
It doesn't matter, no problem.
Very bare bones, I would say.
No problem, no problem. I just want to see how you make the notes.
I hope you can read it. I doubt so, but.
I don't get how people are like writing their notes in their beautiful handwritings.
No, actually,
Like when I like
no,
make
I
notes,
write in
my
like
handwritings are like the
unspeakable
doctor's
handwriting
one.
first.
Like you can even read it. It's just a single like a line. Like people's handwriting are really beautiful. Like
no, it's not only you. My notes are, I never take notes, so my notes are terrible as well. The thing is, I had to rewrite it because teacher said take a photo.
Like when I make notes, it's just like a really it's hard.
You turn into a doctor. You turn into a doctor.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I turn into a doctor because it's just basically a note.
Wake up in the morning, continue normal routine. Was about to have breakfast, do the no. Hey, Elvin. Only just I see the points here is got 8 in maths and English. That's it.
Yeah, that's an accomplishment for me. I mean, okay, I don't think I would just write like get A's in math and English, but like I think I would get like, I guess it's like, how can I say it, in all subjects, I guess, because this is like, so how should I change it? Like I guess like get 5 A's or something. Like, but because the thing is, like I can personalize again because my friend knows that I'm not a hardworking student, that I always like slack off, and the fact that I got A's in both math and English is very astonishing. You know what I mean? Like the situation is different. If I'm a hardworking person, then this is not that amazing. But my friend knows that I'm not. the friend I'm writing to knows that I'm not a hardworking person. So,
Mm-hmm.
so is it fine? Is it? Do I need to change it?
Okay, so I want you to look at Jamon's one.
Emo. Okay. Emo one is like, wait, why is? Okay, I
Are
see.
you there?
Yeah, there's a lot of notes. Going to amusement park on my birthday. We were moving.
Oh, I want to make sure. I wanna share. I wanna teach you how to make notes again. Jamal, are you there?
Yes, sure.
Okay, so let's see. I want you to write like this again, because I think I'm not going to teach you how to write how to draw a spider diagram, but now I think I should start it right now. So can you draw like this?
This is something like a brainstorm thing.
Of course, before like a planning.
With many lines and with many boxes. So
No, this year I don't have the patience. I don't have the ability.
like I do, like when I was young, I do make those, but it's just like after making those notes, it's really hard to like get all back in because that's a lot of spider webs there. So.
Okay, so let's see. In Yamon's one, how many points? How many main points are there? So I think as for me, I see that she described going to amusement park, right? So we can say that instead of happiest moment, go into amusement park. Amusement park, right? And then here next is on my birthday, we were moving excitedly from one right to another. It showed that feeling, right? Okay, how's the feeling? It's next one. Ears come here with a scream or laughter. Then dress up. Dress up is here is a clothing. Draft should be like draft, right? So you don't need to write down detail. And then next one is most exciting. And you better write down when. Why? With whom? Okay. So I think we can see these are the thing what Yamo is going to talk. No, Yamo is
Also the activities that she did.
okay. So I just want you to do like this. So just like a brainstorming should be like a brainstorming. You don't need to write detail here right now.
can we like write something like that in the exam paper?
How is it?
I think it will make like a mess.
How is it? How is it? Which one you doing?
Like a note and stuff before writing the letter or anything. Because like if we make something like that, we have to like erase it and write it again, erase it and write it again. Like, would it make the paper dirty?
Okay, I will give you a suggestion for that. Small. Do you see, how to make the notes right now?
Yeah, I know right now. Thank you.
Okay. Yes. So here, the one you sent it to me is also good, but it doesn't look like, it is showing that the detail. So if you want to describe detail, so you can say that. What is it?
Yeah, that now that you mention it, my like ideas are a bit problematic for this kind of writing because it's like you is like what going to amusement park, right? So you can type like with who or when or why. But like my one is like getting exam result. Why do I get exam result? Because I take the exam. And the thing is, with who am I supposed to get exam result with? The thing is,
no, for you isn't a problem. We can make it another way. So okay.
oh.
Okay, grade A, right? You got grade A.
Yeah.
Okay, I would say A or A plus. Just A is enough.
Just A. Never, not even in my imagination, I will get A plus.
Okay, but here, feeling, you can express feeling very clearly, right? Because when you get A, you have to describe out your emotion, your feeling, right? So you don't need clothing here. So you can say that how you pass, no, how you try.
How you train? Try.
Yeah, how you try yourself. Okay.
Oh yeah.
And then next one, and then anything else? You can mention about your feeling, how you try, and
wait, do I have to talk about feeling?
Experience, your experience in the exam.
Exams. I will say what I think I put it over here. I had doubts, for example.
Okay.
Doubtful, I guess. Doubtful. Is that
right? So experience in the exam, you don't need to talk about maybe many words, right? Only just one sentence is enough. One or maybe two sentences enough. Okay, even though you try your best, in the exam time, what is your feeling, and how did you do for that exam, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And that's it.
One, I don't. I already put it. So, but I don't need to put why, right?
Of course, you don't need to put why.
Okay, so that's fine, I guess.
Okay, thank you.
Oh wait,
that's it. No, I want you to write out that's it, right? But maybe if you want to go detail, right? You can keep on that. That's it. We can next. So feeling, what is your feeling? Like
surprise.
Surprise.
Yeah.
So this is detail. So that's we call detail information. Details supporting detail. Josidu, do you see that?
This is the kind of thing that a teacher would tell me to do like 5 years ago and tell me to do that. I'll forget like 2 days. This is the kind of thing that I want to pay attention at all.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Yes. So here we say this one, the middle one. Okay, the middle one is usually we usually use topic sentence. Okay, I intend to use this brainstorming not only for just this letter. Okay, whenever you write, if you write a letter, if you write an essay or a paragraph or anything else, you can arrange, you can manage like this, okay? So you can do brainstorming yourself like this whenever you write, whatever you write, okay? So here it should be the topic sentence. If you are going to write a paragraph, it should be a topic sentence, and these 1, 2, 3, 4 are supporting ideas. Okay, so if you have got 3 supporting idea, you can write down 3. If you have 2 supporting, you can write down only just 2. Right? So I would like to tell you one more. I would like do you remember about gold? Okay, it has 2 characteristics, right? So the topic is gold, and the first one is beauty, right? Beauty and luxurious things. And next one is usefulness. Okay, so here you don't need this one. Hello, everyone. Can you see me?
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So this one, okay. So I think you still remember about gold paragraph. Okay, gold had 2 main characteristics for its Gold is prized for 2 main characteristics. The first one is beauty. The second one is its usefulness, right? So here the topic sentence is gold had 2. This is a topic sentence, a topic, and here is the first point, and this one is the second important point. So this one is first characteristic, and this one is second characteristics. Okay, so if you want to talk about details, you can draw some of the, oh my God. You can edit more. Okay, I think you get it. I think I better move this one. Hello, are you okay?
Yep.
Yes, so I want you to arrange like this, right? So before you write anything,
Teacher ว่าတောင်တက်တာဘယ်လိုပြော
you can use hiking or
Oh.
climb the mountain.
So we can use hiking. I think it is for walking for a long distance.
No, you can use hiking, or if you want to use with the phrase climb the mountain.
Oh, okay.
So what is the name of the mountain?
I will think about it later.
Okay, so like I mean that like Kakaburasi, right?
Yes.
Kakaburasi is a mountain, but if you climb the Popa, we call the Popa is a hill, not a mountain like that.
Hiking and climbing is not the same, right?
Yes, how is it different?
I think hiking is like you like walk normally to go up to the mountain, and climbing is like you use all the some kind of
Your force.
roads and everything to climb the straight mountain like that. I think, not sure.
Okay. So I think most of you are done. Here I just, okay, I see Elvin's one and Crystal and Nora, Shanley, one. How about Sidhu?
I will send it now, teacher.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and then after that, I want to go on to page number 61, the scripted narrative. Okay, Sidhu, thank you. Sidhu, try to make the notes that I have already shared to you, right? Because if you draw the spider diagram, you can see very clearly. You can see what you are going to discuss clearly, right? So if you write like a note, sometimes it makes you confused. Okay. Okay, so now let's go to descriptive narrative. Okay, so descriptive narrative letter needs to be written in friendly registers, right? When you write descriptive narrative, you can write this letter to a friend, your relatives, and your pen friends. So what you can write, so the occasion you can write is a celebration, a school show, sports day, festival, or carnival, or a holiday. Okay, and when you are writing basic outline, you need to write the introduction first. Okay, here is the basic outline of the introduction. And I want you to highlight a descriptive narrative can have a standard introduction. Okay, please highlight those phrases. And then next one is be careful to look for hidden implication in descriptive narrative questions. Okay, so the first point is a descriptive narrative can have a standard introduction. The second point, you have to look for hidden implication in the question. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Now let's move on to page number 62. Okay, for 62, you would see that, okay, the same applies. The one writing to a friend who misses a school trip. One, okay, school trips are usually fun. That's why you have to think of a suitable reason for your friend to miss this trip. Okay. For example, you want to write that I thought you might like to know what you missed. Sorry. I would like to talk about, the school trip, but you were in the bed, but you couldn't join that. You couldn't join that trip because you were in the bed. It is inappropriate, right? And it is not reasonable one. So you shouldn't write such kind of thing. You have to look for the suitable reason to mention that. And then next one is the body of the letter. When you write the body of the letter, please highlight to consider the essential features. Okay, you have to consider the essential feature, and you have to which go together to make the occasion. Yes, so what you have to include in the body of the letter is you have to include the people and atmosphere, the weather, and your individual incidents. Okay, but here you have to know is that when you describe the individual incident, it should be a minor incident, right? You shouldn't write major incident. Okay, for example, your friend slipped on the floor and everybody laughed like that. That's it. That's enough. Okay. Your friend slept on the floor, and then he got a broke legs, and then he was sent to the imagine also to the hospital, right? If you write like that, it will change to the major incident. Okay, so you shouldn't write major incident, only just like minor incident that makes the people laughed or make shine embarrassed or something else. Okay. And the thing you have to include is you have to create interest, personalize, support, and you have to avoid listings. Right? Okay. And next one is, okay, let's see the note. Do you see the note? Okay. So as mentioned earlier, that occasional itself is not hot news. It should have been hot news because it happened some times ago. Okay, that's it. You should highlight. And next one is time sequence phrases are not central in this type of letter. So in this letter, you shouldn't focus time sequence a lot. Okay, and another one you have to highlight is there is no need to refer to time. Okay, you don't need to refer time. And next one is these are two of the factor which made this type of letter different from narrative letter. Okay, so it should the first one is no, you shouldn't write about the hot news, and second one is time sequence. Okay, so now let's go to conclusion of a descriptive narrative letter. So conclusion of the descriptive narrative letter, what you need to, so okay, the conclusion for a descriptive narrative letter should be quite short. So you better highlight quite short. And there is the example. Now you know what you missed. Hope you'll be feeling better for Joe's party this weekend. Like that's okay. You have to your letter should end with a quite short one. And now let's move on to page number 63. Okay. Elvin, I have already explained about the introduction and the body of the letter, right? Oh, where is it? He lost again. Okay, now let's go to page number 63. Putting it all together when there is a question, write to a relative who missed a family celebration, telling him or her all about it. Okay, so when you write about the people, you have to avoid listing. Okay, so you would see that the example with the cross when Uncle Jam was there, so with grandmother, granddad, and Susan like that, right? So you have to avoid listing. And next one is you have to describe with the personalizings, right? And then the next one is clothing, because you were talking about the maybe a trip or a party, so you need to mention about the clothing, how the people are wearing their clothes. Yeah, and are you good till now? Yeah, so now let's move on to page number 64. Okay, page number 64, you have to describe about the habits. The habits mean that, how here it's how the people have the habits. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so next one. Next one is you need to mention about the atmosphere. Okay, so and then when you mention about the atmosphere, you should say that what you hear, what you taste, and what the smell it is. And next one is what you see. Okay, so when you describe about the atmosphere, you can mention about the music. Okay, how the music is soft or noise or like fan or like something else, and you can describe the music and about the food also, the taste of the food. Okay, are they delicious or awful or sour or anything else? Next one is the smell. Okay, so the smell of the cooking or the smell of the flowers or anything else. And next one is, you know, how the entertainment or dancing or something else. Okay. And now let's move on to page number 65. Okay, can you catch that? Okay, so now let's move on to page number 65. And here is an exercise 3. Try to think of some more examples of your own. That's it. You don't need to do it. Now let's go to individual incidents. Okay, so you can write down some of the incidents here. Some of the someone spilled coffee on the white carpet. Someone tripped over while dancing. A fuse flew and caused a temporary power cut, like that. Okay, such kind of minor incident. You should mention such kind of minor incident. Okay. Then next one is, yeah, there are some example. I was just about to serve myself a second helping of when I so blah 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 blah, and then now let's move on to page number 65. Okay, so for 65 is you have to mention about minor incident. That's it. Okay, for 66, you have to personalize in descriptive narrative and narrative letters. So personalizing, how to personalize here. If you've been there, you would. And I wish, if only, you should have seen. It's a shame, it's a pity. Like that, okay? These are the phrases of personalizing. And you can also use, as you know, as usual, as personalizing. Okay, now let's move on to page number, now let's move on to possible problems. Okay. So possible problems, it's here the example with the cross one as well. I arrived at the party which was in my aunt's house at 7 o'clock. At 5:07, Uncle Jim arrived. At 10:07, the food arrived. At 7:30, I spilled coffee. You know, here the strange things in this program is describing about many times. Okay, at 7 o'clock, 5:07, and 10:07, like that, right? So you don't need to describe the time a lot. And just I arrived at Aunt Mary's party. That's it. Okay. And 67. Okay. 67, you have to put in it all together too. Write a letter to a friend about a sports day that was held recently at your school. So when you write about that, you have to mention about the people, the weather, and individual incidents. Okay, one thing, when you describe about the weather, the peoples, you have already learned that, right? So when you describe about the weather, what you have to be careful is, oh, today weather is very nice. So you shouldn't write today weather is very nice because this is very general. Okay, you need to mention specific. Okay, so for example, there was not a cloud in the sky, and the weather couldn't have been better. And the sky was overcast and threatening rain, like that, right? So you need to specific more. You need to describe a specific situation of the weather, and don't be generalized. Next one is about mentioning about describing about the people. If you want to describe about the people of the sports day, you need to mention about parents and PE staff and then the students. Okay, when you describe about parents, so oh, there were lots of parents. It's not a good description, right? So you need to describe how the people's wearing. Okay, are they too smart, or how do they behave each other, and their characteristic. You can write down their characteristic as well. For PE staff, you can write down about the the real situation. Okay, don't write its duration. You have to write down the real situation of your PE teacher. And when you mention about the students, you have to remember that contrast provides interest. Okay, and you can mention about your feeling, were you nervous or excited or confident or embarrassed. Okay, so next one is individual incidents. So when you describe individual incident, just incident should be a minor one. And then next one is you can end up writing with a narrative. Okay, so other points to consider about is a friend in another country or a pen friend or friend who miss it or words unable to attend. You know, this is also another important point is when you read the question. Okay, when you read the question, you have to focus that your friends. Okay, who friend? Okay, which friend? A friend in another country or your pen friend or a friend who misses or unable a friend who cannot attend to the party or to the sport day. Right? You have to focus to the friend. Which friend you have to write. It's also important because there would be different. Okay, because the way you are writing will be different. So here, page number 70. Okay, on page number 70, remember to give some reason why the friend had to miss the event to the pen friend you might write. Okay, so when you are writing to your friend, to your pen friend, okay, there is another style. And next one is a school friend. Do you see those words? Okay, next one is how to write a school friend. And next one, to describe the same information to a pen friend. Okay, to describe your information to pen friend, also given the example. And next one is a conclusion. Yeah, so conclusion is also different. To a pen friend and to a friend is also different. Right, you need to focus to read those pages. I think so. Is there any question till now? No more. So can I go to 71? Okay, so I'll put it all together, 3. So you have to write a letter to your friend about a festival or carnival took place recently in your hometown or village. So here is another question. So you have to mention about the carnival or the festival. So when you write that letter, you have to be careful is that you have to avoid describing about religious festival. Okay, this is first point. And second point is you have to avoid the festival of word related to the word. Okay, and you have to choose a cultural festival or cultural carnivals like that. Okay, so when you write that letter, you have to consider whether people, individual incident, and atmosphere. Okay, it has 4 points. You have to consider whether people and then individual incidents is already mentioned on page number 71 and 72. Okay? Yes. So, and then now is, let's move on to 73. Okay, putting it all together for, you have to write a letter to a friend about a holiday you went on recently. Okay, I think you will notice that the questions are different. Okay, so if the questions are different, the way you have to write it will be different too. Okay, should different too. Are you okay? Yeah. So here is, let's see, what is this about? On page number 74, analysis question. Okay, because analysis question is also important. When you read the question, you have to know what kind of registration you have to write and who you have to write and what are the points in the question. Those 3 points are important, right? So, analysis question, first one. You have recently been on a visit to another town. Write a letter to a friend telling him or her what you did and saw. So here the analysis is that the first one is you have recently been. Okay, and then second point is a visit. So a visit, if you see a visit, it is a short holiday, right? And next one is another town. Okay, you see another town. And next one is what did you see? If you are asked what did you see, you need to be careful not to make this a narrative in any way. Okay, and then next one is create interest by telling the reader why you want there. That is the analysis for the first question. For second question, you are on an activity holiday with your school. Write and tell a friend about it. So in this question, you are one. Okay, you are one is you are still on holidays, right? And an activity holiday is a specific. So you have to describe specific situation. And next one is with your school. So if you mention with your school, you are is your friend from the same school, or if so, why he not with you? Remember to include details about other students and teacher, their behavior and appearance. So if the question asks with your school, you need to mention about the students and the teacher in your schools. Okay? Yeah. So and then next one is all about it. Do you see the word all about it? So if you see all about it, you do not make it sound so marvelous or exciting that your friends feel unhappy not to be with you. Okay? Yes. So now let's move on to next one. You have to remember to include the weather, people, and then individual incidents and atmosphere to write. Okay? So is there any question till now? No. Okay, so the last one on page number 75. Okay, so here the question is you are on a luxury holiday abroad. You have to write a letter to a friend telling him or her all about it, right? So here are the points is you are, okay? And the second one is a luxury holiday. You know, if you see a luxury holiday, it should be something special. Okay, so you have to write something special and like you perhaps you have got a reward or you have to say thank you or you have got it a present from someone you and you're an expected person. And next one is you have to describe about the weather. Okay, so when you describe about the weather, you have to what you have to know is that are you writing to a pen friend or a friend. Okay, because sometimes if you are writing to a pen friend, the weather in the different country different country may have different weather situation, right? Okay, so next one is describing about the people. And for this question, you can describe about your new friend or about the hotel staff or about the local people, right? So when you describe the atmosphere, here the atmosphere means you have to describe about the food, okay, the food, the drink, and then next one is anything else. Okay, so if you visit to the park, you have to describe about the park, and the last one is individual incidents. Okay, that's it. Okay, the last one on page number 76. Are you still okay? Okay, she becomes a lizard, right? So page number 76, you will see that differences between narrative and descriptive narrative. Okay, for narrative, when you are going to write narrative, you have to write about a general occasion. You have to mention only just one moment and specific incident happens and your letter lead to a climax, right? And for descriptive narrative, you need to mention about general occasion, varying lengths of time, various incidents happening, and without consequence or climax. That's it. Is there any question till now? Okay. So page number 77 to 80 is your homework. Okay. So you have to do homework. You have to read the sample letters, and after that you have to note down to how should I say what you have learned from those letters. Okay. So can you confirm that how many homeworks did I give you? First one is?
The letter.
Yeah, the letter. Which letter?
The happiest moment, the happiest moments in your life.
Okay, the happiest moments in your life. Can you make sure for the page number? Which page number?
60.
Okay, page number 60. Okay, the letters on page number 60. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yes. Write a letter to a friend telling him more about the happiest moment, right? So please note down that you have two homework. First one is you have to write a letter on page The question is on page number 60, right? Next one is from page number 77 to 80. And
As time.
yep, and then I want to remind is also one more suggestion. You better read from page number 61 to 76 by yourself, because there are some of the examples you should learn by yourself. So I think it's time to say bye for today. Wow, the word I want to hear. Santa, am I right?
No.
I don't think so. If I say, okay, it's time to say bye, and then that word is the one you want to hear. Okay, if you don't have any more questions, so let's stop here. Can you pass the information to your friends? Okay. Yeah. So bye-bye.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, teacher.
Thank you so much. Me too.